Hey, thought I'd make this video for you guys before I go to bed. Um, it's not philosophical related, On this channel, I'm doing some philosophical related content, and also at the same time, I still like to do self-improvement related content. It's always been my thing, self-improvement, trying to get better at life. It's always something I'm striving towards, because you can't avoid living life. You can never just say, hey, I'm done with self-improvement. I'll be honest with you guys, I've been saying that to myself for the past month. Self-improvement is gay. Ever since I came across philosophy is more like it's it's meaningful, and it helps with your life as well. In a way, it's also self-improvement. But what I mean by self-improvement is just basic stuff, right? Like just getting better, getting in shape, and getting better. Keep be consistent with your habits. Going to bed early, eating healthy, stuff like that. None of that financial guru shit nowadays. The self-improvement in like it used to before. Mm. Nowadays they're all talking about getting rich and Lamborghini, getting a big house, penthouse, stuff like that. That's not a self-improvement. I remember right when I first started self-improvement, it's just all about getting better at life. Reading books, going to the gym, and then making money on top of that. Meditation, stuff like this. Simple stuff. But I'm getting off the topic here a little bit. What I've been trying to say is, the past years I really just learned to be detached from other people's opinions, right? I'm really trying to get to the next level when it comes to that. Like, I feel like everybody, my nose trip. I'm about to go to bed. I put this on every night before I go to bed. But it's off the topic. I feel like everybody needs to stay off social media for a while. Like, for me, I just realized, like, it's fucking hard. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been away from social media for a couple of days, and then I get this urge that I just need to check on it, and I just re-downloaded it. Like, I shouldn't do it. You know why I started doing this keeping away social media thing? Is this book called The Deep Work, right? There's this exercise where it says you have just give it a try, stay away from it for 30 days, and see how it goes. Then at the end, you probably realize your life does not get affected by much. Like, if people that are close to you trying to get in touch with you, they usually have your contact number, right? So yeah, this is the experiment I'm trying to do. Even though I've been relapsing on that, I just downloaded it, now I deleted it again. I posted a story, and now I deleted it. So yeah, the point is that you gotta stop giving shit about people, bro. Like, just straight up, just because that really helps you. You might not realize, when you're on social media, a lot of things are getting to your brain, and when you're isolating in your room, or when you're doing something in private, you're still attached to that identity that you built online. Like, we're all Doppler, right? When I say Doppler, I mean we all have multiple identity. When we're online, when we're posting shit, we're creating one identity. And when we are in private, like where we are right now, when I'm at house, I'm a completely different person than the person I'm trying to create online, than the persona I'm trying to put out online. You know, it's completely different. So when you spend that much time online, a lot of the things stays in your head. So when you get off, you might think, okay, I'm off now, so it shouldn't affect me. No, actually, when you off the internet, when you off social media, you still are not completely in that zone. The only thing, why is that Nietzsche said everybody needs to be in solitude? Because it is only in solitude great ideas happen. You invent great things, right? You come up with this great ideology, great ideas, great, thoughts for your contents, for your work, for whatever. That only happens in isolation. And social media, in a big way, affects how we think in our private life. We cannot truly be in solitude if we constantly checking on social media. It saps our creativity in a way. To me, at least it feels like that to me. It's just like, if I'm constantly checking on other people's story, or if always on social media, I'm always thinking about how this person thinks of me. I don't know about you guys. Probably a lot of you guys do too. When I post a story, I think of one of my close friends. Oh, he might think of me like this when he sees this story. Like, I'm just overthinking shit when I'm posting shit on social media. Like, I feel like I'm just one of those people, or I'm just in this phase in my life where I have to keep away from social media. Like, it's kind of taking a toll on my mental health, if I'm being honest. It wasn't always like that, but the past year, it just really, it's something, I don't know. I I'm I feel like I've been trying to impress people a lot. Like, that's not good. To really focus on yourself, I feel like this is a necessary step for me to take, to stay away from social media. And yeah, I feel like this is big part of growing up, being a man. Is just not give a fuck about people. Focus on yourself. Like, I feel like this is such a big thing in self-improvement area that people don't get mentioned enough. You know, you have to know what's your priority. Like, you has to be the priority. You have to come before. You have to be the priority, right? Not how other people sees you. I don't give a fuck. Like, when I was doing prank, I certainly have to rely on it, because I have to grow my audience. That means something. Nowadays, like, I just don't need it anymore, and it's doing me more harm than good. So yeah, if you're in a similar situation like me, you feel like social media, you're caring too much about, you know, the impact you have on other people's life. Be selfish. Just cut off the internet. Cut off the fucking toxic people you think is. It doesn't even have to be toxic, honestly. Like, if you guys don't share the same goal, it might sound fucking harsh, but I think if you guys don't share the same goal, and you trying to go somewhere that this person not trying to be, you guys are not on the same path, or if you guys just don't get along, like, he's not, like, I have friends like that, right? Like, we just don't get along, and we don't share the same thoughts and same path anymore. It's not that we're beefing, or we're like having some sort of conflict. We're just not compatible anymore. It's like when you're being in a relationship with a girl, it's the same thing. Like, with guys too. Like, even though you guys are not having an intimate relationship, but still, the thing is, you guys are friend, and by being friend, you guys are subconsciously influencing each other, and that is big. That is highly influential, especially young men. Like, who you hang out with determines who you are. Determines who you are. Like, straight up, it's not something to take in lightly. So yeah, just really do some reflection, introspection, right? Am I paying too much attention on the internet? Am I too worried about my image online? Because if you're not an influencer, there's really not much you should be doing. Like, you really have no business being on social media, if I'm being honest. Even if you are an influencer, you still have to figure out a way to cut it off. Like at least once in a while, just be in your solitude, right? Like for me, like I feel like if I'm being on my phones too much, I can't even concentrate on reading. I used to have no problem reading for several hours in one take, like just doing nothing but reading for several hours. But like now I can't even get to read half an hour of reading without doing something else. Like that's what it does. I feel like a lot of the time it's definitely not helping your concentration, or should I say focus level. You know what does help your focus level is when you take a walk outside. That's not bro science. I read it on this book Deep Work again. To restore attention span, go take a walk, not in the street where there's like traffic. Go to like a park, or like a something nature. Go take a walk there, because there's more option where you can walk. You don't have to, like, for example, if you're taking a walk down the street, you actually have to be careful not to get fucking hit by a car, right? You have to watch where you're going. So there's less option of where you can go, in terms of where you can go. But if you go to like nature, a spot in nature, or like a park, you could just go wherever you like. And that's how your attention restores when there's not much to choose from. And yeah, and that's about it. Just look forward to my new video on Nietzsche's take on solitude, because he has one chapter, one section, I would say, in Thus Spoke Zarathustra. That is really interesting. Like, that's my favorite chapter, favorite section. I keep saying chapter. Favorite section of his book of all time. Like, it's crazy good. It's really good. I need to do a separate video just to break it down for you guys. Like, that is so good. That's probably gonna be my next video. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.